wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia.
That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor...
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer. We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that tempered...
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. Ah, I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
Work time! Let's time to work! Put your back into it! Not breaking a sweat! It is time to break!
Hey,
Stay right there. No slacking off!
Spring force! Shadow Raven!
It is
Let
time
my
to
ball!
break you! I will end you. No slacking off!
Scatter!
This should be fun. How can this be?
Odd, reveal
No
thyself!
excuse my work. Let's end this quickly. Finished.
Let the show begin.
By royal decree! Propagate!
Let's end this quickly.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Let's not waste time.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. I'll protect us. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue. Let's dance. By royal decree.
Let's begin.
Nice and spicy. Yeah.
Let's end this quickly.
Yeah.
I will end you.
I'll protect us.
Let's end this quickly.
Let the show begin. Go, Barbara.
Let's end this quickly. This isn't good.
Frozen.
Boba, get them.
You'll get frostbite.
Yeah, got her.
Don't get in the way. soon. Prepare yourself. Leaving so soon.
Let the show begin.
You can't run from death.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
I'll put you on Hunter. Problem. Almost. Stay right there. Let's not waste time. Harden up.
By royal decree.
Go,
Barbara, go!
Use this first. Let's end this quickly. We must counterattack. Let's end this quickly.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
No rest for the wicked.
Let's end this quickly.
Nice and spicy. Let's dance.
Let's end this quickly. Let's end this quickly. I guess this is it. Come at me. Have a load of this.
Propagate! Germinate!
Should get careless.
On, reveal thyself!
Let's move. Looks like I went too far. Right.
Eat this!
You need to hurry up. Feels close. Cook this through.
Scatter!
It hurts. One after another.
Shadow Raven! Let night fall!
Getting a little cold.
Insubordination!
It hurts.
Boba, get them!
Getting a little cold.
Propagate!
Out of the way. Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against that Fatui Harbinger with a nose.
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous.
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur. So it is always true. So to me, fate is the ultimate. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side. Isn't this such a wonderfully...
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura. It really feels like the gods.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
the strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the God of Wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me and come. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a... insignificant pest! Churn! At my command, you shall fall. Insignificant pest!
Scatter! I'll protect you.
Perish! Evil human!
Ready, steady, go!
My endless cycle begins! Insignificant pest! Feeble human! At my command, you shall fall. Perish! Feeble human! Insignificant pest! My endless cycle begins!
Let's dance.
Feeble human!
High five.
Insignificant past! At my command, you shall fall! Insignificant past!
The show begins.
Sure! My endless cycle begins! Feeble human!
This is not the end. By royal decree.
Churn! At my command, you
reveal
shall
thyself.
fall!
Let's dance.
Perish!
Come on, we can do it.
Feeble human! Insignificant
By
past!
royal decree. Insubordination.
My endless cycle begins! Insignificant past!
Propagate.
Feeble human!
land, you shall fall.
I'll protect stuff.
Sure. Insignificant pest! Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
I'll protect us.
Reality is pain! This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first stage. Allure.
A thousand eons, mine to dominate. Burn to oblivion!
Let's wait for you.
Kneel! Reality is pain. Burn to oblivion. Kneel!
Springforce!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Let's dance! Odd, reveal thyself!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Scatter!
Oh, goodness gracious.
Your new god awakens! Now, your eyes have been opened.
reality is pain. Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
That really hurt!
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean in order to save us, Greater Lord...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irma.
Aw, do you feel sad?
I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise... Don't worry. It should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course...
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them. Propagate! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! true power. I'll protect us. Go, Barbara. Boba, get them! Scatter! Look! Whirling stitches have appeared in the sky! Show begins. Propagate! Ready, steady, go! Let's dance. Scatter! By royal decree, wings of darkness, come, sever next. Nice and spicy. Go, Barbara, go! Germinate! Let the show begin. Let's dance. Propagate! direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Judging from the current route, the bolt of consciousness will soon take us out of here. We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely normal.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time,
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her. So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, but the one standing over there is...
She looks exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhad?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of this...
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted...
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to...
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And...
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers for everything that day. Even the sky itself changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the god of wisdom can't
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption is from the very beginning. My existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a...
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution.
Wait, no.
So you realize what that implies? Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've... removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed. But this is the only way to save...
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. How can we just forget you like that? Is there really no other way? There must be...
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding these are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But I feel just now. We used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound. Trap.
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally...
The doctor. What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected. It doesn't have any... This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd... Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually... I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru.
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the god of wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different...
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary... You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful material. For example, the note... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it started...
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the god...
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute... I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken... Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god of wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your...
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea, what did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless argument.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have... Please wait!
You'll make this
Good
moment
riddance.
count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snit.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about
People exchanging knowledge with the god of wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the god of wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat...
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of the... Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very...
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Are you awake? Kale says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right? Come on, Traveler, let's go!
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep!
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something new.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. All right, Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the general. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master...
Yesterday, total of 5 diamonds.
Tainari!
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work.
It's fine, I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Apasia. For now, I only need to tend to my fort.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to...
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I have...
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell...
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he...
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not... You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but He isn't injured, and his condition is... Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to... As a result, work has increased for the...
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you...
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out.
You've recovered well. You may go.
Yay! Will do!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. What?
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting...
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be... Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon. We got your letters, so here we are! You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied. Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore you. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has, because Paimon thinks everybody will love her
That's right. We all think she's amazing, too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may...
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the But, indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform. There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar. Yeah.
And that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually... If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that...
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the... As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess, as for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Welcome.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to... But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must...
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I.
should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have
Oh? You sound surprised. I thought you would already know the...
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just...
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ah, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. You're ridiculous.
It seems that you really can't stand my
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a...
Don't get me started. I get angry.
So, what great building did our master architect work?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of...
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zino's reinstatement as General
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of the...
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, The 6th grade school sounded pretty...
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find...
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based...
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't... The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asked.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Junior Dad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been... I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard...
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for...
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation? You mean you're...
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through... Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a mess.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But only if I wanted.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as...
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a... Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds...
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory.
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it so...
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until...
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were...
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is...
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually done.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou...
Sorry to make you two come all the way.
It must be something important for Nilou to
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was so...
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in, too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just...
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most...
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget...
Sure.
Thank you so much for
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his where...
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try... As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when... Don't mention it.
It's been a while since we last visited our... Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tainari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out and about.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tainari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for...
But why are you just standing here like a...
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you're... But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help.
Roman! And...
Oh, you know...
Oh, well,
Don't worry. These are our friends. No need to be...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding an...
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I should start. I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new... I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to...
I can see what you...
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can... That is the true meaning of education, and...
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Atari, the stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel...
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to...
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as... But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were... Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the...
Miss...
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I gathered up the courage to approach the...
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration. My plan was able to go smoothly.
You're all doing so much for...
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the air. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe...
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid...
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as we must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure...
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that at the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me...
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feast...
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Satara.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. The messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before. You and the art you symbolize. Please keep dancing.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.